Hello there, Hedgehog class. So in today's maths we are going to do some sharing. Now when we share toys in school, that means that we don't have them all to ourselves, doesn't it? And it's very much the same in our maths work. So when we are sharing an amount of objects, we need to make sure that we give some to each person and that each person has the same. That means they have an equal amount. So when we're sharing, we split a number up into equal parts. It's a little bit like when we found half of an object, both halves had to be the same. But when we found half of an object, we were cutting it into two equal pieces, so two pieces that were exactly the same. When we're sharing, it might not be that we're just splitting it into two parts. It might be 3 parts or 4 parts or 5 parts. The most important thing is that each part has to be the same. So I have got 3 friends here and I have got 3 sweets. So if I'm going to share the sweets between my 3 friends, I can't give all of the sweets to one person because then they wouldn't have the same and I wouldn't have shared the number into 3 equal parts. So I have to give each person one at a time until I've shared them equally so that they all have the same. So I've got my 3 sweets. I'll give one to this girl, and one to this boy, and one to this girl. So each child has 1 sweet. I started off with 3 sweets and I have split the 3 sweets into 3 equal parts. A 1, a 1, and 1. Everybody has the same. So now I've got my 3 friends, but this time I've got more sweets. Let's count together and see how many sweets I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sweets. So I'll do a number 6 here so I can remember that I was sharing 6 sweets. And we need to make sure they all have the same because we're splitting 6 up into equal parts. We're splitting it into 3 equal parts for our 3 friends. So the same as we did last time, we're going to give each part or each person 1 sweet at a time. So 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you. So we have shared our 6 sweets between 3 different people, and you can see that they each have 2 sweets. So each child has the same. We have split 6 into 3 equal parts, into 3 groups of 2. Okay, now this time it's a little bit different because if you have a look closely, we have got an extra child. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4 children. So we'll have to share the sweets this time fairly and equally between all 4 children because remember when we're sharing, each part has to be the same. So each person or each child has to have the same amount. So let's find out how many sweets we've got to share between our 4 friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 sweets and 1, 2, 3, 4 friends. So we're going to share 8. We're going to split it up into 4 equal parts. So 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, and 1 for you. So all the sweets have gone. We've shared them equally. Every child has 2 sweets. So we started off with 8 and we've split 8 into 4 equal parts. Each part is exactly the same and every child has 4 sweets. So now we've got 4 groups of 2. Okay, now you're going to go around your house. I want you to find 3 teddies or 3 toys, and then I want you to find 9 objects. And you're going to have a go at, first of all, sharing 6 of those objects between your 3 toys, and then you're going to share the 9 objects between your 3 toys. Remember that when you're sharing, each part has to be the same, so each toy will have to have the same amount of objects.